music enthusiasts. It's not just about metal all the time, but look at this. I'm wearing my Black Sabbath shirt because you know what today is? The day's still young. Record Store Day. April 22nd, 2023, Record Store Day. You know, by the time you're watching this, it might not be Record Store Day. Maybe it'll be post-Record Store Day, however you say it. Anyway, you know, the potheads, man. You know, the guys that toke it up on 420? Well, us record enthusiasts, us vinyl enthusiasts, we have 422. Yeah, 422. So I got some records. Let me see what I got here. I didn't get a whole lot, but I'm going to show you what I got. I'm on a little bit of a budget, so I only got a few. And this is a store I go to. I want to give them a little bit of a shout out. In downtown Portland, Oregon, it's called 2nd Avenue Records. It's kind of clever how they put the phone number in the skull like that, you know. Can you even read the phone number? Oh yeah, 503. Is that 222? It's kind of backwards in my camera. Anyway, yeah, so they're in Portland, Oregon. If any of you are from my area, I'm sure you're familiar with them. They're my favorite record store because when you go in there, it looks real dingy and kind of looks like a record store that I would go to like in the early 80s and stuff. I mean, there's t-shirts all over the wall, there's stickers and posters, punk rock, jazz, Motley or metal, I'm about to say Motley Crue, but they have some Motley Crue t-shirts. Anyway, they got everything. They got like it just has that classic feel. It's got that smell of just kind of old vinyl and new vinyl, and you know, like I said, they got cassettes, and you know, it's kind of it's funny too because they're kind of like old school. Like they write everything up on. They don't have like a cash register, so they write everything up on these little tickets. So if you go in there with a stack of records like this, they're gonna go through each one, write down the SKU number, whatever it is, the barcode, flip it over, next record, like that, Then they go over to a little calculator and they sort of calculate it up, and then they do have a credit card machine, so they bring that over and have you zip your credit card in there. But yeah, I love the story. Like I said, they're just totally vintage. They're old school, and they've been there for a while. I've been here since 2011. I guess they've been here maybe before me. Yeah, so let's dive into what I got real quick. I'm going to set up the premise. I had to work today. You know, Record Store Day starts at like 8 a.m. in the morning to like 6 p.m. You know, the whole idea is to get there and get those releases, those special releases that you're not going to be able to get until afterwards. And if you wait till afterwards, you have to pay collector's prices on Discogs or whatever. And so I had to work today. And I missed last year's and the year before last because I couldn't get out of work. But I made sure to get off at least by 1 today. You know, I usually work from 11 to about 2, sometimes 3. And then I got the Max. I got to take a train because I don't drive. And it's a good 45-minute on the Max, which is kind of it's like a train. I'm sure everyone has one in their city, you know, it's part of the transit system. And so it was just a straight ride all the way down. Boom, I get off and I walk about a block and there's a record store. But my main objective, I had a mission that I was going after these particular records. I was going after Dio, live in Fresno, 1983. I was going after The Cure show, special anniversary edition. And Eric Carr's Rockology, and that was it pretty much. I think there was a few others I just can't think of off the top of my head. Let me show you what I came back with, all right? I didn't get everything I wanted, but I ended up getting something that I didn't know was going to be part of Record Store Day, which I was glad I found. But, okay, first one is, I did find The Cure. Do I got it upside down? No. Nope. The Cure show. This is a special anniversary, and look at this. It's a picture disc. It's got that cool picture on the inside. There's the songs right there that's listed. It's got a good set list. So this came out a while back. I used to have this on CD, so this is like the anniversary edition. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something added to it. So I usually put the hype sticker. On this one, it didn't come with the Record Store Day silver sticker, or it did actually, but it got all torn up. It wouldn't come off the damn plastic, so I had to toss it. I usually like to keep that little record store sticker, the little silver one that comes with it. So this one I sort of put on there. And as you can see, what it all comes with. It says, oh, I can't see with the light. Take your sunglasses off. 30th anniversary edition. First time on a 2 LP picture disc. Now, I'm normally not a really big fan of picture discs. But this one's kind of cool. As you can see, Robert Smith's on that one. And then here's the back side. Obviously, it's part of the picture disc. You got that, you know, that's really cool colors. And it's got some cool concert footage. So yeah, there's some more of the songs. It's got a good set list. It looks like it spans from Disintegration to Wish. And then I think there was the album called Wild Mood Swings. This must have came out sometime after Wild Mood Swings, because those songs are on here. So yeah, so The Cure. Now the next record I got, and this one is what I was mostly dying to get, and it's the Dio Live in Fresno. Now what happened was, my friend Nancy, she's a good friend of mine, and she lives in downtown, and I put on Facebook, hey, I'm gonna be going to the record store day. She's all, oh, I would love to come by and say hi or whatever. So then I thought, you know what? She's closer to the record store than I am, and I know when I get there, this shit's gonna be wiped out, man. So I said, hey, I'll reward you handsomely if you can actually beat me to the record store. If there's a line, stand in a line for me, or go inside and grab a copy of this Dio Live in Fresno 1983 and hang on to it till I get there. And so she's like, okay, I'll get down there or whatever. She was like a few blocks away already. She was at the Saturday market. And so I get there, and then she's texting me. She's saying that she's only on 5th and Harvey Milk Boulevard or whatever, which is like about 3 blocks down. But I'm already close to being there. I said, okay, well, I'm going to be there actually in 5 minutes. So it looks like I beat you there. So I get there, and I'm walking around the record store, and I'm looking all over. That's the main thing I was looking for. Where's this Dio at? Where's this? So they have all these, and the store is kind of small, and it's crowded. Luckily, there was no line, but there's a lot of people in there just bumping into each other and shit like that, you know, freaking. So I'm looking in the D section because they have all the record store day records were in like crates along the front of the store. And so in the inside. And so I couldn't find it, man. I'm freaking out, but I did find The Cure, and I'll show you the next one later on. But, and I couldn't find Dio. So I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go to Everyday Music probably, which is the other record store, which is a cool record store, but I like Second Avenue the best. But I was just going to say, fuck it. If they don't have it, then I'm going to Uber it down to Everyday. So then Nancy's calling me on my phone, and she's trying to get me the pickup, but I couldn't because the store is real loud. They had music going. But I texted her to say, hey, you know what? They don't have it here. So if you get here before me, you can take an Uber with me and go with me down to Everyday Music so I can look for it. And then she messages me back and she says, I already got the record for you. So meet me. And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess she had already went there, got the record, and just paid for it out of her own pocket. I told her, just hang on to it and I'll pay for it when I get there. But she paid for it. And then she said she was feeling tired. So she went and sat on a bench and for me to just meet her over there. So I did. And she's my hero because she had it. And I gave her the money back, you know, that she spent for it. And I even took her and got her a couple of ginger ales at the little pub there. You know, she was thirsty and stuff like that. So I, asked her if she wanted something else, but she was cool with just that. Check this out. And the reason why this record is so special to me is because I'm from Merced, California, and Fresno was always the city that was bigger than our city. And it was the city that if we wanted to go to concerts, that's where we went, the Sound Arena in Fresno for like the big shows and stuff like that. So right about 1983, I was kind of just getting into heavy metal. There's Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne. I was really into Ozzy. I was really into Kiss, obviously. And I was familiar with Dio. Like I love Dio because Rainbow in the Dark was on MTV all the time, but I just didn't have any of his records at the time. I liked him. I just didn't buy. I didn't have Holy Diver or nothing like that. So he came to Fresno, I guess, and I didn't know anything about it. Fast forward to 1984, I finally get the nerves up to get. I think I'm 16 years old at this time, and I get the nerve up to go to a concert. And me and my friend, we got tickets for Ozzy Osbourne, which was on the Bark of the Moon tour. Motley Crue was supposed to open up, but I guess they had cut off the tour around that time. So we were a little bit disappointed because we really bought the tickets to see Motley Crue on the Shout the Devil tour. But happy to see Ozzy. It was my first concert. Fast forward, you'll find out that, damn, if I would have just had the balls to go to a concert or had the money or whatever it was I was dicking around with back in those days, I would have been able to see this concert in my hometown. So I wanted it. When I found that they were releasing, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to sit there and listen to it tonight. And what's kind of cool is it comes with a cool little story. You know, there's really nothing on the inside. It's just liner note or just blank sleeves or whatever. But here's the vinyl. It's nice and red. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this tonight. Wow. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got a cool little concert ticket. It looks just like the concert tickets we had back in those days. Woo, I'm old, right? I'm 54. I don't care about saying my age. I'm 54, but I act like I'm 25, man. You know why? Because heavy metal and rock is the fountain of youth. It will keep you young. I have like friends that are like in their 30s, and they act like they're in their 80s and shit. They're like, oh yeah, I just don't have time to see what's out there. What? That band is still around? What? They're still playing? What? Oh, there's still record stores and stuff? Like I said, yeah, I'm going to record store day. What? There's still record stores of it around? It's like, and these are people like 35, 40 years old, and they're just, life is beating them down. You know, they're overworked and underpaid and all that shit. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm just like, you know what? This fuels me, man. This fuels me. This fuels me. Yeah. I just want to eat it. Okay, next record I found, which I didn't know I kind of missed it on the list. You know, I'm looking at the list. And there's probably a lot of other records I probably should have wanted to get. But again, I'm on a budget here. You know, I've been spending a lot of money this month. So, but look, one of my favorite bands, all-time favorite bands, is the London Suede. You know, even though I'm a metalhead, but I have my soft side too of alternative rock and, you know, obviously gothic stuff with the Cure, Bauhaus, and things like that. But I love London Suede because they have kind of a mixture. They have a little bit of goth in them. They have that, you know, I just love their music. I mean, ever since the first album came out, it had Animal Nitrate, that when I saw the video and the way the singer was moving and the way his voice was cracking when he sang, and that kind of made me want to be a singer. And I just always admired him and their songwriting. It's just amazing. The last album they just put out, Auto Fiction, is fucking badass. The Blue Hour before that album is a freaking masterpiece, so get out there and get that. But this is kind of cool. This is London Suede, the demos. It looks like to me like it's most of the songs from the first album. Yeah, Metal Mickey, The Drowners. And it's just demos, which is kind of cool. And it didn't have a Record Store Day sticker on it, but I guess they're telling you it's Record Store Day right there, which is cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to this. There's nothing really special on the inside. The only problem is, like, I hate the way they sort of packaged it. Like, it's going to be like this, just this, and then this kind of foldy thing or whatever. So I'm just going to have to keep it kind of nice, I guess. Okay. All right. So, now the album that I was going for as well, which I was kind of thinking, well, if I don't get it, it's not a big deal. I can always order it somewhere. And I didn't know what to expect of it, is Eric Carr. You know, the drummer of Kiss that passed away from cancer, but, you know, he came in after Peter Criss. Eric Carr, I guess it's his solo album. It's called Rockology, and I'm not too familiar with his solo music. I've heard some of it in the past. I think I heard a song or something that was on YouTube, and to me it just sounded kind of cheesy. It kind of sounded like 80s Kenny Loggins or something like that. I don't think it's anything I would really get into. So it wasn't like a big deal if I got it. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to get Eric Carr's Rockology. It'd be kind of cool to have, put it in my Kiss collection. I didn't know what the cover was going to look like or nothing like that. So I get to the store, and they were wiped out. You know, I call Everyday Music to see if they have any copies in, and they were wiped out there as well. So I lost out on that. But I Googled it, and I just wanted to see what it looked like. And shit, it looks like the freaking, here it is. It looks just like the solo records from Kiss that Kiss put out in '78. You know, it's got the painting and everything, and the disc looks really good. It's two LPs. So even if I hate the music or whatever, it's still going to be cool to have because I love the packaging. It looks like it comes with a poster that's probably similar to the Kiss solo album posters. It's got some rare photos that I've never seen before photos. So yeah, so when I got home, first thing I did was I went on Discogs. Everyone, if you don't know what Discogs are, go on Discogs. That's DISCOGS.com. And there it's a massive database for all vinyl and CDs and cassettes and even some DVDs and stuff like that, of every band, every record that's ever been released. People go on there and they sell and they buy and sell records. It's kind of like just eBay for records, I guess. But you could what I use it for is you could actually log in your collection. So I have a collection now of like about, I want to say close to 800 pieces. So I think I was $798 last time I looked. and that's including vinyl, cassette, vinyl, cassette, CDs, and some DVDs. And so you go on there and you can look up the little, whatever they call it, the catalog number that's on your records or on your CDs, and then you find the one that you got, like the pressing that you have, and you just put it in your collection. And it even tells you like what its value is, like the lowest value, the medium value, and then the highest value. Like if your stuff is in mint, it's going to tell you the highest. I have a few records that I kept in mint that I paid like $40 for, and 3 or 4 years ago, and these are new releases at that time. And there's some that are going up for a couple $100, and you know, so it's like, wow. So my collection is getting kind of big. But so I go on there to look for it, and yeah, you know, people snatch those things up and then they go and sell them for whatever, twice the price. This Dio record was only $35. The Cure was $44. The London Suede was $25. So not a whole lot of money spent on that. But so I go to get the Eric Carr one. I'm not sure what the retail was, but a lot of them were selling for $80 to $100, $120. I just got lucky and found one guy in the United States selling one for $59, free shipping. So I said, bam, give me that one, man. So I ordered it. So I should be here in a few days. Maybe I'll do an album review on it if it's worth it. You know, I love the packaging. I love the way the cover looked, the discs look. I think it's like a splattered opal type of vinyl. Oh yeah, the London Suede. I didn't show you that. Just real quick. It's clear vinyl. That's really cool, huh? And then obviously the Cure's picture disc, and Ronnie Dio. This is the creme de la crop or whatever. This is the gem that I was going for, and I freaking got it. Thank you, Nancy, if you're watching this. You're a freaking trooper. All right. Yeah, red vinyl. Yeah, record store day. And I'm looking forward to next year. I'm going to save my money so I can get more releases. And, you know, of course, I'm going to look at the list again and see what I missed, and if I can afford anything that looks good. You know, obviously I just have to order it off Discogs or somewhere, you know, off the aftermarket, as they call it. So, yeah. So thank you for joining me on this. Just wanted to pop in here and say happy record store day. And, you know, I think there's another one coming up this year. It used to be just once a year, but I think now they've been doing them like a few times a year. Looking forward to see what's coming next. All right. Yeah. So get out there and get some fucking music, physical copies, so you can read the lyrics and look at the posters and the artwork and all that good stuff. All right. And, you know, you can stream all you want, but you're just missing something. You're missing the physical, you know, be able to hold it and touch it and kiss it and make love to it. Pervert. Anyway, be kind to each other. More importantly, be kind to yourself, because if you're not good to yourself, you're no good to anyone else. All right? Horns up and peace out.